Yeah, I went to a cell in Brixton in the 80s, and the guy that I met in the cell, and we was talking about people, the same guy we was talking about, and guys that I met later on. It's mad, isn't it? You know what I mean? That they become part of my life, but better part of my life, yeah. So when I met Howard Marks, I mean, people talk about Howard Marks now and, what he was like and his books and bits and pieces. And to meet this guy really is was a it's, well, it was just unbelievable, you know. And to walk in his cell and he was there sitting down there smoking, and the cell was like it looked like a cloud, like clouds, smoke. It was all like smoky, but I didn't care, I didn't care. Then the door shut, and I sat down. He made me a coffee, and we was talking. And then he got his bit of gear, and he started smoking gear, yeah. And he seemed to be getting in prison. I think the screws were looking after him. He was well liked. Howard Marks had a lot of money, and in prison he got a lot of money. He can get most things we want, even from screws in them days, yeah. Anyway, so I'm in a cell, and he starts smoking. Windows are not open. He's smoking. I'm laughing because I'm now getting all the fumes off the gear. I'm smiling. I'm laughing, and I had a good couple of days, a couple of 3 days. I think I was with him a couple of weeks. And one day, we was getting everything I wanted. I mean, everything he was talking about. Someone that I met, a friend of his, and he became my best friend, and my life completely changed from that time I met my other mate. And it was mad, really, because he could get anything he likes. People were coming up to the cell with all sorts of things, tins of this, tins of that, everything, because he was like he had puff, and he was just giving puff out witty nitty to people, and they was coming in with this and coming in with that. So he had a good life. I had a good life because I was in the cell with him. He didn't expect anything from me. He said, "No, no, mate." He said, "It's all down to me. Please leave it out." You know what I mean? So, but when they come and got me, and they moved me to a double A cat part of the Brixton, and because I was up for, they put a charge on me for attempted murder. So they put me in double A cat, and to go in there, I mean, I went from one place which was a cell to another place that was like it was cells, but it was like walking into a bar. There was so much going on there. There was pie and mash, and people had bottles of wine, drinking bits of wine, and everyone was just mates, nice people. Night prison. Let me tell you something about prison. Yeah, you got your bad people. You got your arseholes in there. You got the people, your crackheads. You got people with nothing that don't want nothing, just walk around like tramps. You got people that are smoking cigarettes and picking up cigarettes from the landings, swoopers they call them. You got all them sort of people. Then you got people like myself that that loves to be around people. Yeah, loves to listen, to learn. Yeah. So when I walked when I went into the double A cat, and I got to know, I knew Jimmy Wilkinson anyway, and you got to know Jimmy Wilkinson, and there was Dave Delaney, Brian Turner, Frankie Fellas, I mean, Sam McCarthy. He used to do sit-ups on my shoulders, like I said it before. I'm not quite sure if Bertie Small was in there. I'm not quite sure if Bertie Smalls had gone Supergrass already, but I'm not quite sure if he was in there. I think he was in there. Anyway, but I wasn't in there very long. I mean, I had it good in there, you know what I mean? They looked after me, pie and mash, what I really wanted, and it was good. And Sam McCarthy really liked me, and it was like, if you're going to be in prison, you've got to be in prison like that, nice people, yeah? Like, first, you're our marks, and then in there, And then they come and got me one morning, and they took me to Streatham Police Station. I think it's Streatham, and they charged me with attempted murder, and it was a POS. I was a POS A. I wasn't an A. I was a POS A, and I wasn't quite sure if the charge was going to hold, so they better keep me in there. So they took me to Stretton Police Station. This was it's like mad what happened to me, you know what I mean? I went into Stretton Police Station. They were a little bit leery with me, the police. I had my own prison officers with me. They was a bit leery, the old Bill, really leery, you know, and because I wasn't going to go to Stretton Police Station unless I had police officers, prison officers with me. I wouldn't go just with police officers. I didn't want that. I wouldn't allow that. You know, I wouldn't have gone. Anyway, so when they got there, they put me in a holding cell. Holding cell had about what, I don't know, 8, 10 people in there. So I'm in there, walking about, waiting to go on an ID. And a few guys in there walking about. I noticed this guy over there kept looking at me, and you know, I thought, well, you know, he looks a bit funny. And all of a sudden, he got up, the guy, and opened the door. They shouted the geezer's name, and he walked over and he walked out. So you know, I thought, yeah, that was it, you know. And all of a sudden, the fucking door opened up, and this guy with an hat on. This is supposed to be an ID. This guy with an hat on walked over and said, "That's the guy over there." Me, pointing at me, yeah. I said, "Hey," I said, "You old Bill, mate." I said, "You old Bill." He said, "That's right, mate, I'm a police officer." I said, "You was just fucking sitting in there, mate. You was just sitting in there with us." I mean, God, I couldn't believe it, mate. Do you know what I mean? He said, "Yeah, but you've been ID'd." I said, "Yeah, no." Anyway, my brief come along, said, "Look, we're not accepting this. This can't be accepted. An ID's an ID parade. They just can't come up and pick you out from a cell." I said, "Look, he was in there. He was in the cell when I come in here. He was sitting in this cell. You know, they fitted me up." Anyway, they made me walk right through. They made me walk right through the prison. As I'm walking to the car, old Bill come up to the car and said, "Listen, not only was he picked out in the cell, he was picked out walking along to the car. The man picked him out. The same man that picked him out is the same man that picked it." I went, "You fitted me up, right?" And the two screws of my beef was on another car. I said, the screw said to me, "They fit you up, mate. They're trying to fit you up." So when I went back to Brixton, they put me back in a double A cat for a little bit of time, and then before you know what, about 2 3 days later, Crash opened my door, and we got bail. I went, "What? You got bail?" I couldn't believe it. You know, I walked out, you know, and walked out, and I got bail. But as I walked down the road, old Bill was there, took me away again, and without any brief, about anything, yeah. And they give me proper grief, yeah. And you know, just no comment. And they said the guy that he was with, I ain't going to say his name. They said the guy that you was with been caught, and your name's come up. You know, I mean, listen, mate, no comment. And they said to me, right, which was like unbelievable. They said, "Listen, the guy that you was with," I said, I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "Well, listen to what I'm saying to you. The guy that you was with, right, says that you wasn't there." I said, "What guy that I was with says that I wasn't there?" "I was with a guy who says I wasn't there." You know what I mean? I said, "What are you trying to do? Catch me out, mate?" I said, "I don't know who you're talking about, mate. I don't know who you're talking about." He said, "Anyway, you're not guilty of this offence, right? You wasn't there. It's as easy as that. You can go, yeah." And they let me go to Stretton Police Station, and it was like madness, yeah. And when I walked up, when I got home, what it was that there was a big thing about it, about the way I got charged and what happened to me. And when I got home, I haven't really said this before, yeah, but when when I got home, and I met got some guys that I know really, really well, yeah, and went and see uh, the guy, the guy's missus, yeah, who got nicked with me, and she said, "Look, like, uh, he's not guilty of it, you know." I said, "Oh no, I was fucking there." You know what I mean? I was there. I said, "He never shot old Bill. That's all cobblers. We just run from the old Bill." You know, and that's it. He never shot no one. They're trying to fit him up. You know what I mean? They're fitting him up. He did not shoot anybody. He didn't do it. Yeah. But he said, you know. Anyway, cut a long story short, he he walked he walked from court. You know, it was a mistaken identity and all that shit. You know, and he wasn't the one that shot a police officer because the police officer was not shot. That's it's all cobblers. It was all the other bollocks that they wanted him so bad, and they put me in the mixture with it. Yeah. So me and him was active, really active. I mean, we was like we worked really hard, and we was over Southall that way over there, and we've been watching a van for a long, long time, Security Express, right? And the Security Express, they used to throw money bags out at the side of the van, yeah, big money bags. Should be 50 grand in a bag, big bags. There was no amount of money that they wouldn't. They was allowed to take so much money across the pavement. It didn't matter. Like now, I think it's 25 grand, or that it went later on. But now, at them times, they could take any amount. Great big bags as to throw across the pavement. One would pick it up, and throw it to another one, and then walk in the bank. So the guy I'm talking about, who they tried to fit up with the shooting, he was in the bank. My other mate was near the van, and I was across the road in a church, watching motors and bits and pieces and everything, yeah. And I was going to walk across with the mate out there, and then we was going to hit it, yeah. So I'm making sure everything's clear. I'm by this church, mate. You wouldn't believe what happened here. I mean, I'm by the church, and the people that come out of the church was all old Bill. Was all old Bill. They'd been to a wedding or a funeral or something, yeah? Fucking loads of them come out. Oh, it's my mate. Like that, right? When I went like that, it means on top, yeah? He went, on top, you can't, on top, right? I mean, we might have still been able to get away with it, do it, you know? But when you see a little old Bill like that, and you don't know what it is for, you don't know what's happening, and I just said it's on top, you know, and I walked across the road, and they chucked a bag across the road, and the guy I'm talking about, he was a nut, mate. He was so dangerous, and you know, he put the thing up to the other man's fucking nut, and I went, go, you know, it's on top. We went. He could have took it, but I didn't take the chance, and we'd gone, and this geezer, man, he died. He got shot by old Bill. He did. He got shot by old Bill on another bit of work with some people. I think it was over Bermondsey or that way. He was on a bit of work. He'd not long been out of prison, and they shot him dead, mate. They shot him dead. This geezer was so dangerous, but such a good grafter. You know what I mean? When he wanted something, he'd go and take it. You know, but he was a good worker. And yeah, and that one was crazy, man. That one was crazy. That one was crazy, man. Because I hate to think what might have happened, you know, if we had took it, if it had come right on top and all this, that and the other, you know. Anyway, bang, bang, roll. Nice one. Take care, nice one.